And making them understand why are you saying they shouldn't do that?
Yeah.
And that is not an easy concept, especially for Black parents, because they'll be like, why are you asking me why? Because I said so. And unfortunately, we are not raising kids who are going to accept because I said so.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm always thinking about the bigger plan. Our kids are going to go out there. You want to raise kids who will be able to say why, as much as it's not nice when they are saying it to you. And that is why I also talk about the concept of no. That is not nice hearing no from your kids. But you want to raise kids who will be able to say, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
And it starts in their home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should they not make a special exception? Because the thing is, as you're talking, I'm agreeing with everything that you're saying, and I hear you. I think it's one of those, because I'm going to be honest here, on my side, I think I'm a pretty conscious mom.
Yeah.
I aim to be intentional. Let's say I aim to be. I'm not always. I will put my hands up to that. My husband and I, we want to raise children who become adults, who are confident, who are self-assured, who know who they are, who draw boundaries, all of that. But at the same time, we have been put in the position to take care of them, protect them, feed them, and. And so in order for us to do that successfully, certain things need to be done.
Yeah.
And we need their participation in that. So there are times where, saying no for me, I'm like hearing no from my kid is like, what do you mean? I'm asking you to help me, or I'm asking you to tidy up your clothes. I'm asking you to do something that is for your benefit in the long run.
Yeah.
How do you say no to me? So, of course, I would want them to grow up and say no to other people. But when it comes to me, I'm thinking, how do you navigate that?
I get you. And that is why I'm saying it's not easy to play it as a parent.
Yeah.
But that's where you start teaching them and showing them why you want them to do certain things. And I think sometimes parents, they think that when we talk about gentle parenting or conscious parenting, it means you are saying yes to absolutely everyone. But you are not.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, life has rules.
Yes.
That is how it works. Like, even when we are driving, there are rules, there are robots, there are all these things.
Yeah.
So you teach them, even if they don't like it. One of the things I'm very good at, tears, they do not move me. My kids know. My kids can, no, seriously, they know that.
Yeah.
As long as I know that I'm not harming you, I did not do anything wrong, I'm okay. So I'm comfortable with my child crying for something that they are not supposed to have it. And I won't even fight with them. I've accepted it. I'll be, okay, you're crying, it's fine. Sometimes they will cry because I'm saying, clean your room. It's okay. Cry, but they will be crying cleaning it.
So you believe into it?
The problem, I think a lot of us, tears, they trigger us.
Yeah.
So when they are crying now first, okay, you will try to understand. Then now you are shouting. Then now you are fighting. Then everyone is angry. So for me, like Siamo, he's very gentle. My child, his tears just come. They flow.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that if I go according to his tears, nothing is going to be done. And he's not going to learn any lesson. Instead, he's going to learn that if I cry, people are going to jump.
Yeah.
So now he knows. And I even say to him that, Tiama, it's okay, you can cry. But whatever I said, it doesn't change. It's okay, cry, boy.
Yeah.
You've got a right. It's your tears. That's how you are wired. Then I continue. So as parents, we need to know that you can disagree. Your child can cry, but you can still do whatever you wanted them to do from the beginning. It doesn't mean because they are crying now, or it doesn't mean that you are saying yes to everything, because at the end of the day, you need to equip them for the outside world.
Exactly.
And in the outside world, you can't say, no, boss, I don't feel like working.
Yeah.
So they need to know that their rights, it comes with responsibilities. So,
But how do you teach that to a younger child?
Like, and
Like say they're 5 and under. How do you, because you're saying basically your key thing is communicating.
Yeah.
But how do you communicate to a child who has a very little capacity to even understand what you're saying?
Okay, that one, you have to make it practical. So that means you have to get involved with them. Let's say maybe you want them to clean their bedroom.
Yeah.
You will have to help them at the beginning. And the thing about kids, what I've noticed, especially when they are under 5, they like getting involved.
Yeah.
They like mopping, they like washing dishes. The problem is us. We are impatient because you are tired. You want it to finish. So you don't have the capacity for someone to be cleaning like one dish for 1 hour. So the issue is not really the child sometimes. The issue is us and our time constraints. So when you are dealing with them, you need to understand that this is a 4-year-old. They are not going to clean their room or pick up their things like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the issue is that thing that, or maybe if you are a perfectionist, please understand that it's not going to be perfect. So I appreciate and praise the effort instead of how it looks like at the end.
Yeah.
So a lot of modeling and doing it together with them, then it becomes a fun activity. Yeah. So, yeah, patience. Kusa.
Man, I feel like that asking for forgiveness part is like, okay, that's also something I think a lot of us struggle with. At least on my part, I feel like I have no problem apologizing to my kids now. But in the beginning, it was a bit of a... Whereas now, because I've been doing it, and I'll own up to my mistakes. I'll own up to say, hey, okay, mommy was a bit harsh. Or, I didn't mean to raise my voice at you. I was... And most of the time, like you said, it's not about the child. It's not about the child. The reason why we react the way we do as parents, it's because we're stressed about money. We're tired because we didn't sleep properly, or whatever it is. Work is stressing us out. And this is like, and it's, as I say it out loud, it's not fair. It's not fair on them to be on the receiving end of that, frustration or anger or stress or whatever it is. But now I do it more often. I'm able to be like, okay, was it really about that, or was it about something else? And there are times though where it is about the child's behavior, and exactly what you're saying. Like, how many times have I told you? How many times we have to have this conversation? And it gets frustrating. So I wanted to ask, sort of like before we wrap up, how do you give yourself that sort of extra grace and patience? And not, especially the times when you don't necessarily stick to what you believe in and you react. How do you kind of come back from that? I mean, you've mentioned that you apologize. Is there anything else that you do that helps you in this journey of gentle parenting?
I think for me, I have accepted that this parenting thing is hard. And I've accepted that I am imperfect, and so are my kids. And I think also something that has really helped me is understanding that my kids are not my enemy. Because a lot of parents, how we parent is like we are fighting with our kids. I need to correct these kids. I need to fix them. So I've accepted that I'm raising good kids. They are good as they are. Even when they are making mistakes, they are good. Yesterday I was talking to Ogi and I was telling him that, I'm proud of you. You are such a good child. And he was looking at me because his marks have not been doing well.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank you, Ma. I'm like, no, irrespective of your marks and everything, you are good. You're a good child. And I'm proud to be your ma. So that helps me on the days where I'm not the parent that I want to be. I'm able to remember that I'm really trying. The fact that I even feel bad, it shows that I want what's good for my kids. And also apologizing, it helps. One of the things my mom and I used to do was that to apologize to each other. So it comes easy for me to be able to say, as kids, I was wrong. I'm sorry for shouting at you. Then to also show them, one of the things we fight about, maybe they'll be calling me and I'm busy on my phone, and then we're like, hi, mom, I've been calling. Then I say, okay, I'm sorry I didn't hear you, but also you need to check if I'm busy with my phone.
Yeah.
Check if I'm available.
Right.
And I will give. So now I see Tiama, he does it. He'll come and talk, and then he's like, okay, let me wait for you to finish. And then I will finish. Then I'm like, okay, what will you say?
Yeah.
So we must always remember to give ourselves grace. And to remember that the fact that you feel bad, people who don't care, they don't feel bad.
Yeah.
So when you feel bad,
Yeah.
know that you're a good mom.
Yeah.
And you are really trying.